Ethan Thompson from Oregon State joins us. Ethan, I'm going to ask you, can you just lower the laptop with a little, yep. We want to get the full head in there, but a little too much headroom there. All right. A new era at Oregon State. No Trace Tinkle, because he was the headliner, and deservedly so for quite some time with the Beavers. What will this squad look like in terms of its identity?
I think our identity is great. We have so much depth on this team. We did lose two key pieces in Trace Tinkle and Kyler Kelly last year, but I think we have a lot of guys stepping in and ready to fill their roles and, do their part.
So look, rankings are just rankings. We all do it. But how much motivation has it been for the Beavers to be picked near the bottom?
It gives us a lot of motivation. We already come in every single game with a chip on our shoulder. We have something to prove, and when the rankings came out, we kind of took that to heart and put an extra chip on our shoulder, if you will.
So when we were talking to Isaac Button earlier from Washington State, I mean, Pullman and Corvallis do share a similarity in that when you look at the Pac-12, they're two of the smaller college campus communities, and you can almost create your own bubble. How much has that been able to occur in Corvallis?
It's been great. I have a lot of the Corona protocols in, and since we are in kind of an isolated area, I feel like we've gotten a step ahead of most teams in the conference just because we've been allowed to practice and be in the gym with each other and get a feel for each other for quite a while now.
So we've asked other student athletes the same question, and I've said this for those that are just joining us now, that the Big Ten and the Pac-12 are the two leagues that have daily testing, which has been a game changer. It doesn't mean that you're not going to get a positive test. We saw what happened with Cal having to sit for a week. So it still can happen. But take us through what your day is like in terms of ensuring that you and your teammates get that daily test before you step on that practice court.
Yeah, so every day we have a set time to come in between 7:50 and 8:10 in the morning. And like how you said, we take the daily test then. And then depending on if we have weights that day or not, we would go from that test to weights. And in weights, we're still social distancing, wearing the mask in the weight room and all of that. And then by the time practice comes around like 11:15, we would have the results back from the daily test. And so far, and God willing that it keeps going, we haven't had any positives. And so everybody's been able to practice, get the clearance from that COVID test earlier to be able to practice on court without a mask and stuff. So, yeah.
I know a saliva test or a nasal swab?
Nasal swab.
And is it self-administered?
Yeah, self-administered. And our trainer kind of stands over our shoulder, make sure we put it in far enough. So, yeah.
So at this juncture, can you take a guess about how many times you've been tested since you've been back on campus?
Honestly, I'm not even sure. It's probably above 30 probably so far.
All right. So in terms of campus life, what's it been like at Oregon State with very limited interaction with the general student body?
No, it's different because Corvallis is a great place. And, pre-COVID, the campus is always filled with people on the intramural fields walking around campus, especially during, this time of year when all the trees are changing colors and stuff. It's real nice to be around. But, just losing that aspect of kind of the community sense and sitting on classes through Zoom and all of that, it's kind of changed. It's kind of been isolated, really. So, but, we've been staying diligent as a team. We're fortunate enough to be able to kind of socialize with ourselves in practice and in the weight room, and limited in the locker room for a little bit. So, yeah.
And lastly, before I turn it over to Jesse, in what way are you a better player today versus when everything had to get shut down?
Yeah. Today, I feel like I got a lot stronger, and I think that during quarantine and all of that, I was able to focus on little things, I was able to work out in my house. You know, we have a little weight room, training room type thing. And I think my footwork got a lot better and I feel quicker and stronger.